Well, as much as we like to think we can, truth is we can't live forever.
But this next group of athletes that you're about to see want to make sure they enjoy as much life as they can while they're still here. And the secret to their active lives just might surprise you.
It's grueling.
135, we can go to 140.
Tough. And 94-year-old Edith Traina wouldn't have it any other way.
Because the stereotype is, oh, well, 90, you know, she can't do this or he can't do that. Well, yes, you can.
The 94-year-old powerlifter is pushing to get other 90-somethings sweating.
There you go.
And if you still have your doubts, just try to keep up.
I still drive. Everybody said, "Do you still drive?" Sure, I drive.
Obvious question is, what's the secret?
I'm on coke.
That's right. 93-year-old Cleotha Beckla's secret, rum and coke. Avelia Cunningham's answer is a tad more standard.
I go to senior center every day, and we play cards and we talk to people.
I was raised on organic food, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know.
I eat what I enjoy eating that I know my body can handle.
Walking to the mailbox, pushing the grocery cart, Tai Chi and tone and stretch classes all keep these women moving.
When I wake up in the morning, I have to have something to look forward to do besides housework. Nobody wants housework.
They all come from different backgrounds, but they are just driven to be folks who want to stay active.
If you're 70, you'll get to be 80, and if you're 80, you'll get to be 90. And I'm looking toward my centennial at this point. I still have 6 years to go, but I expect to make it.
And so do Clara, Avelia, and Cleotha. They make each day count instead of just counting the days.
Now, the women you just saw live by themselves, they drive themselves, they participate in events at their senior center almost every day, and compete in their hometowns' senior games every year. What they didn't mention was any vitamins, superfoods, or non-GMOs. Some of them were smokers for years before they quit. They're simply full of life and energy, and they're just not going to let age slow them down.
I love it. I hope I'm deadlifting 145 when I'm 94. Well, maybe you're not looking to lift weights like the woman we just met, but you still want to maintain an active lifestyle. You know, physical therapy could go a long way in helping you get moving again.
And after you leave physical therapy, it's important to keep motivated and to keep moving. And that's where something known as restorative therapy can help. Delmarva Life's Sean Stryker stopped by Hermitage on the Eastern Shore to find out how this combination of therapies is keeping their residents in motion. Sean?
The ability to get up out of bed and move around on your own can really help a senior citizen feel more independent, but in order to remain mobile, sometimes that person has to go through physical therapy. And I'm here with a physical therapist now, Danielle Mosier. You're with Hermitage on the Eastern Shore.
Yes.
Danielle, thanks for joining me. So what are you guys doing here? What are you doing for your patients?
The most important thing that we accomplish in physical therapy here at the Hermitage is that we try to keep patients as independently mobile as possible for as long as possible within their lifespan.
So what happened to these people? Did they get injured or did they have an accident?
Occasionally there's an accident or injury, but most of the time it's simple. The process of living, we hit a bump. You might have a cold and end up in bed for a couple of days, or go to the hospital for an episode of pneumonia, get on antibiotics, but that period of illness can really take a toll on the independence of an older person.
So it's not like, you know, an athlete where they sprain their ankle, you're trying to get them back into the game. This is just, you're trying to get them back to the normal movements and function of everyday life.
Correct. The thing that we focus on is the prior functional independent level, and so we use their previous level of independence as our goal to get back to.
So what kind of exercises are you running them through? What kind of activities?
For someone who's very limited in their endurance and strength, we'll start with very low level activities just to get them moving and make sure I don't make them too sore at the beginning. But our ultimate goal is to get them back on their feet, restore their independence, their walking, their balance. Even if they can't walk the full distances in the building, we'll create a balance between walking and wheelchair mobility, anything that allows them to get around on their own.
So I see some of your your tools here.
Yes.
You have these parallel bars. Explain to me what you do over here.
In the parallel bars, I work on high-level balance skills. It creates a safe environment. I can have someone hold on with 2 hands until they feel comfortable with an activity. Once they're more comfortable, I have them reduced to 1 hand of support, and then without holding on, they can practice balance activities, but still know that if they have a mess up, if something happens, they can grab on and still feel safe and not fall.
What about the cardio machines behind you?
Those we use for general range of motion and strength and endurance. We use them as a warm-up activity or even as a cool down, and when we transition people to a program that they're independent with after they're done with physical therapy, those are a key component of maintaining their cardiovascular and pulmonary health.
After you get your patient back that normal functionality, then what do you do?
Well, the next step then is restorative therapy. We have a nurse's aide who's trained in restorative therapy, and what he does, his name is Fred Parker, and he does an excellent job with keeping the patients at their maximum level of function. So at the end of their therapy program, I take maybe an hour or an hour and a half program and whittle it down to the top 2 or 3 most important activities to maintain that person's independence. And Fred takes over from there. He works with those patients on a regular basis and maximizes their strength and their mobility and notifies me if he notices any difficulties that they might be having.
So why is that restorative therapy important?
Without that program, what we find is that older adults, especially in an environment like this, don't know the level of activity that they really need in order to maintain independence. It's difficult to balance their daily activities with the extra needs that they have in order to continue their independence.
So it sounds almost as if it's a very specifically designed exercise program.
It is. It's designed for that individual, for what their strengths and weaknesses are to help maintain their independence as long as possible.
Oh, Danielle, thank you so much. Jimmy and Lisa, a lot of good things going on here at the Hermitage on the Eastern Shore to make sure our senior citizens remain independent. Back to you guys.
A lot to think about as everyone ages.
We're going to get there sooner or later, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not. We're not going to.
Hopefully later.
Hermitage on the Eastern Shore is an assisted living facility located in Onancock and Accomack County, and both physical and restorative therapies are offered on location. So, being physically active can help keep you feeling young. But maybe what keeps a spring in your step is keeping up with all the latest technology. So after the break, we're going to share this holiday's 5 must-have gadget gifts for your techie, whether they're young or old.
Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.